What's up, friends? Hello, hello. Hope everybody's had a good week. Oh, we got Dreamlight taking on Eryon here to kick things off. Two teams both sitting right at that 7th, 8th cutoff here as we're kind of rounding out your second to last week of play of Season 5. Sorry, the stream stuttered there for a second. I was launching Overwatch. Both these teams sitting right at, that was the wrong button, 7th and 8th in the standings. You're only two teams with 6 wins. Dreamlight does have an extra game played, so they are 6 and 5 versus the 6 and 4. But I mean, we're getting down to it. 15 matches in total here for Master Division. According to like, I guess just default schedule, this should be their 12th match. So Eryon's 1 behind. Ilios is 1 ahead of default currently. But according to default schedule, this should be everybody's 12th match. They'll have 3 more next week before playoffs kick off on the 29th. Let's see, how's Dreamlight's schedule looked? Well, they have Eryon here today. They'll have Super Shy later. That's their makeup match. We'll play on Sunday. And then they have 0907 and SRP check. So, I mean, very, very winnable. All very winnable. SRP check probably the strongest of those. Super Shy not to be underestimated, but SRP check probably the strongest of those. I mean, and then this Eryon squad. I mean, this Eryon squad right there with it. Which, what an outstanding year. If we go back and look at standings, I mean, Eryon just barely making it into Master Division, and it has come in and put up one hell of a season. Has truly put up one hell of a season. This is a team, you know, played an expert for the past couple, got 3rd. I mean, finished 12th, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. This it's not so much the 3rd place season where I mean they squeaked by, but like they finished season 4 8 and 8 and expert, finishing 12th. And then just have a great run through playoffs. Sojourn banned out here, Ilios pick. It was, that is Eryon's vote or ban. So Dreamlight currently banning. I still don't have rhyme or reason on who gets first ban there. I just don't know. I have no idea. Time for map 1. Oh, here, let me get y'all some Preds. How about some Gambas? I do the game as in the order that they were in on the FACEIT page. So they're going to be backwards from what's in lobby. I'm sorry.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Speaking of backwards from what's in lobby, I need to fix my own scoreboard. As we get into map 1, let's go for it. Let's do this. What are we looking at? Oh, we've got a very ground and pound Risa comp with a Brig a Brig BAP to back him up. Fast pace, Lucio Curie Hazard comp in from Dreamlight, and they've already found First Blood, able to find Msuki Dub first. I mean, lickety split. I had a feeling, something in the back of my gray matter went go to Tom X Pop, and then boom, headshot pops up onto Barry Allen, and another one there on the Gralis. A squeaky clean first fight. They're out of Dreamlight. No casualties. Ooh, and Tomix with 2 headshot picks. Yeah, that's... it always seems to be, a little dicey when people are talking about reschedules. Clear communication, y'all. Clear communication. With each other. I don't give a shit what y'all tell me. With each other. I don't care what y'all say publicly. So far, this has been all Dreamlight. They were backed up just long after slingshot forward with a Kitsune rush. D Cruz is able to pick up yet another kill on Msuki Dub. Shuichi tried swapping over to a Winston here for this next fight. Still nothing doing. Dreamlight's able to win that one without spinning a single ultimate. You just get that opening pick from D Cruz. They're able to hold on to that sound barrier build up towards this beat. Oops, sound barrier comes in. Central is gonna find Grayalis. Central AP taking the BAP out of the fight early, immediately goes for the Brig, just trying to remove all sustain. But, hey! Vey does have the rally, and Barry Allen is going to put a kill on the board. Following up, Barry Allen will get 2. I believe that is, yeah, that is the first deaths there for Dreamlight in this sub-map so far. Yeah, Gucci's not just a sick name. Just saying, not just a sick name. Shiyuji's got this primal ready to go, bubble up. I'm not sure where Central Fan dropped the downpour, but see a lot of vulnerable targets here inside a cage and starting to get an idea. Blade is able to capitalize well on that. Really nicely played out of Dreamlight. D-Cruz having a hell of an opening round. Who is Athena? Is Athena Tomex? No, Tomex is support. What am I thinking? Oh, it's Pomatimo. It's exactly this. That's Pomatimo. Stupid streamer names. It always throws me off. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know. I should know that. I should know that. Streamer names always throw me off. After the Blade, like, I had to know. I knew Athena's a streamer tag. I just couldn't place the flex DPS. I mean, to be fair, I believe they have... Oh, actually, I was about to say I think they have 2, but actually, that's not true.
With each mission, my techniques grow more optimized.
Whoop, whoop. Whee! Dreamlight staying the same composition. We are going to get pretty much swapped to the same thing, but Yuji opted for the Diva instead of the Hazard. But going into the Lucio carry here, we saw Corrales he struggled just to not get run over by Central and company on the Baptiste. And this would be a map where you could be inclined to sit on a balcony, and we often see the Brig on this map. But opted for the Lucio carrier. Want to make sure this Eryon backline can stay maneuverable, can stay evasive. First cap has gone over to Eryon, but barely hanging on to it, so Yuji's going to get D-Max as Tomek finds a great pick onto Corrales and gets to Yuji. Tomek's with a 3-piece fight and continues to excel here. What a cool skid, too. Meanwhile, we got shots being fired. Never mind, skid check. Shots fired from Shiyuji. Picking up Rod FD early in this fight. A good start. Desperately needed good start there for Eryon. Able to force out some cooldowns. Everybody from Dreamlight moves on to the point. Shiyuji is able to move in, drop a pile of missiles into the clump of people. Comes up with 3 with a little help from some friends, and it does cost you a mech. Rod FD low, and Suki's going to find that pick. And there you go. That's the cleanup. We get the flip, Eryon in control. Yeah, so it's just Central on the point. Where is everybody else gone? GG returns. Ooh, dangerous self-destruct. The Suzu, oh, doesn't quite save them from the downpour. But with the Kitsune rush here, Eryon's been able to strike back, and Suki Dub gets their third in this fight with a couple of take aims landing on to D Cruz. That's 3 of them landing on a Central A pad. Central does have some backup. We've got Pomatimo still lurking in the windows. Very Allen shows up only to get greeted by Central. But Tank is back here for Eryon as well. Sound Barrier invested, and we're going to get the blade out of Pomatimo. Booped out of the window, trying to come back in to find some value. They had invested their own beat into this fight. Whoop! Back to Shuji Pop. Eryon maintain control through the exchange of ultimates on the point. Oh, Central jumps in and pick up Vey. Look like Yuji tried to go back to see if they could trade out on the other supports. Does not work out. Dreamlight get the early picks, protect the trades, prevent the trades. Circuit Dub approaching with the Vola shot. Tries to find Pete Cruz, but overflicks it. Overcorrects off of the dash. Mary Ellen's pulse jumped by Rada FD. Jim out of control. Shuichi demacked at 95%. It is absolutely disastrous. Not what Eryon wanted to see here as they approach their last chance going into a 99 fight. Dreamlight started off strong and they finished strong. Well, got a little muddy in the middle, but it still turns out into a 2-0 victory on Ilios, giving them a 1-0 in the series. Nope, that's yesterday's match. Tom X and Dick Cruz were on one, weren't they? My goodness. A very quick and decisive Suravasa pick and Genji Band coming through from Eryon. Rock Attack Fan, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. We're going to side swap here. Go and get that fixed for you. Genji Ban. All right, let's go take a look at some stats there from map 1. What stands out, friends? What stands out? And that one, it felt a little bit closer by the eye test than it looks on the stat card. Looking at Central, 26-3, leading the server with 8.2k damage. While we're waiting on players to get in the lobby, we can go check in other matches. Let's see how other teams are looking. Now, got to be careful. Some of these could be map scores. This one started 13 minutes ago. That is probably an actual 1-0. Oh, no, that's still being played. Okay, so they are still in round 2. The Roadhog Band. With the Roadhog Band. Vision bans some funny things, I will say. Vision bans, they also play some funny things. You get the choice they want. Soldier 76 has made an appearance on this stream. Pytel taking their opening round. Okay, Gasted T3 did take map 1. Super Shy also, are going to Runasapi. We're going to Suravasa, not Runasapi. But Speaking up, it sounds like Suravasa is loading in the background. Let's get rid of our copyright-free music. It means I probably owe you some preds. It's probably about that time. We also need to check another band. We got a Risa band out here heading into Suravasa. Let me go put this camera someplace decent, and I'll get the other stuff taken care of for you. There we go. Get in a map, too. Plug in that Risa band first and foremost, and get you some preds.
Initial flashpoint market.
Suji and Eryon opted for a Ramatra variation of this same composition, so it's still running the Lucio carry. No change whatsoever from Dreamlight, but hey, you know what? There is a change as far as execution. Zinsuki Dub coming up with a win over D Cruz this time around. We saw that duel go the other way at least twice on Ilios. And Suki finally waking up. I mean, we might have a match here, friends. We might have a match. At least as far as our Fridays are concerned. Sorry, I don't know why I stuck the camera that high up in the air. Well, this is a full horseshoe. Central has gone through the main entrance. D Cruz on the exact opposite side, playing from stairs. Eats a bolt. That's going to do it. D Cruz finds the pig. Oh, excuse me. That was Suki Dub finding the pig. Vey actually steals the final blow, but there was actually no need for that. The take aim bolt had landed. Central low, camera up in the sky. Very close fight. I mean, on a nice edge. Rod at 9 health, running from Shuichi, who wasn't much better. Barry Allen and Barry Allen and Pomatimo were dueling out for a moment, both backed up to their respective corners. Pomatimo decides, hey, I want to stick around, see if I can get this touch. They do. Whoa, that's a beautiful take aim there from D Cruz. Pomatimo still on the case here, and Central Apan has returned with Downpour. Trying to drop it on top of Shuichi. Will find him. Nowhere to run. Shuichi gets overwhelmed. And Dreamlight looking to grab Cap for the first time here on Suravasa. The demon is awake, apparently. And Suki finds D Cruz yet again. Getting locked in. Joy concerning rushes, both, perfectly placed on the point. Oh, wow. Rod FD gets that sound barrier down amidst the bolo shot out from Insuki. Dangerous move, particularly when Insuki is hitting shots like they have been so far in this opening flashpoint. Getting pursued by Pomatimo. Insuki looks unfazed, continues to put shots into the bulk of people and denies a touch. Dreamlight totally forced off. A little bit of a C9 there. Insuki is still cleaning up on this. Yeah, it's going to find a stick on a Rod FD. Vey once again stealing another final blow there from Insuki Dub. Hit shot, take aim on to D Cruz, a commanding finish. And Dreamlight's still fighting on this point. Oh, Insuki Dub doesn't make it through the window. Pomatimo there celebrates a little bit. Celebrates just a little bit. I wasn't even sure what point we were going to. They just kept fighting. I didn't even have a chance to go to an overhead. Barry Allen was trying to mark the flight. Yeah, Pomatimo push it into that top side. Central pin just ends up slaughtering 3. That's a full house. I got 3 centrals and 2 rod FDs. What you got? I got a rod full of centrals. Or is that a central full of rods? Don't make it weird. Tomix ate an early chunk damage there. Was dangerously low to start that fight. That would have been an enormous advantage for Eryon. As it stands, Tomix alive and well, getting Kitsune rushes into the fight. Central does get thwarted off of that top spot, but Day Cruz picks up one. Shuichi tries to move in as Central goes to the low ground. Eryon thought they had an opening. Of course, you know, the amount of percentage on the board kind of forced their hand there as well. Tried to make a move. Gets cut off, and we're tied up here on Suravasa. We are going to Temple, which is a good spawn for Eryon. It allows them to get their respawners in. Still an opportunity for a defender's advantage. Growlis has got to get within swift step range. Looks like everybody's going to make it here. Shuichi caught in the downpour. Beat as well as take a bolo shot thrown in from Dreamlight on the outside, but Imsuki has the better one on the objective. As the annihilation fades, looks like Eryon in control. You do still have Pomatimo. Okay. Eryon giving chase all the way back into market. They're going to find these kills, too. They've caught Dreamlight a bit separated. Oh, but Pomatimo answers, punishes a bit of the aggression. A very swift response out of Dreamlight. They're immediately going to move on to the point with that player advantage. Pomatimo finds Vey. We're watching Barry Allen try to do the same to the Lucio on the other side. So Yuji continues to just stand tall, but eventually will get overwhelmed. And Imsuki's still collecting scalps here on the outside. Eventually does get sliced in their own right. I mean, you know, Eryon making it scrappy. Eryon making it very scrappy. Oh, nice little late shot combo. Takes down Vey. We get Dreamlight in control. But Eryon, yeah, they make it to 99%. They are going to be running into quite a few ultimates. Dreamlight does have the ult advantage in almost every metric, even if not by much. Oh, but right FD going down. Should at least allow for a sound barrier catch up. If they can keep Vey alive, Vey escapes with 10 health at most. Shuichi not looking much better. There was a bolo shot tray between Imsuki and D Cruz, and Imsuki ends up dead. Kitsune Rush moving on to the point. Dreamlight trying to give chase. Rug is already watching a respawn timer. Growlis throws down to Suzu, and Soundbarrier has been invested to try to keep Shuichi in this. Shuichi's going to leverage that into a pick on to Tomix. And a fight win, point win here for Eryon. Hey, no, I already had those on. It is a ruin spawn. Check out this flank duel between our tracers. While the teams are rotating onto the objective, man, they are just getting way off point. Seems like our tanks had made it onto this objective. Speaking of points, Vey's able to back up and help with the flank duel. Shuichi's going to give up on this, but you know what? Sound Barrier and Dreamlight are trying to get aggressive, so Shuichi just puts up the block, trying to corner up, prevent a first cap. Buying some time, Barry. Try to make good on that. Does get a pulse in on to Central, and they are eventually forced to jump off of the objective. Wall to try to prevent healing, but Shuji has an annihilation. Still, that extra armor was cut through almost immediately. Hanging on with 25 health, and Suki finds a kill on the Central. First cap goes to Eryon, and we get the cleanup. On a knife's edge as that fight was. Well done there from Eryon to come out on top without losing anybody. Not only able to keep, to edge out the fight, kind of keep the player advantage in the fight, but keep very low health targets alive through that as well. Two players rooted by the downpour, including Vey. Rod FD comes in with that kill. Tomex is going to toss in a Kitsune rush, but Gralis has one in response. Yeah, essentially leaps over the wall, catch Ryuji. One good flawless fight deserves another. Ah! Missed the window. Or missed the doorway. Good peel there from Insuki Dub. Able to catch D Cruz, falls back to try to protect their backline, though. The pulse from Pomotimo does make it through the defenses. And that does crack this open a little bit, but there's been a cap underneath here from Eryon. Barry Allen moves in, sneaks away the point. And, ooh, we'll get a last second touch there from Pomotimo. Eryon moments away from tying up this series. D. Cruz is able to find a pick on Barry Allen. Tomex keeps it alive. Long enough for Central Laypan to get back onto this point. They invest a sound barrier, but it's a 5v4 favoring Dreamlight at the moment. Rod FD had their own beat in response. Barry Allen still making the way back on the objective. So Yuji, Nemesis used. You can expect the annihilation to follow immediately. Drain the health bars. D. Cruz. Pomotimo, anybody else who dared get in the way of this Eryon squad as they tie us up here on Suravasa. All right, we've got a match, friends. We have got a match. Oh, we get Jimmy. We get Jimmy. Oh, we don't get to say nearly enough Watchpoint Gibraltar on the stream. It's been nice having it back in the map pool. I mean, we do sweet every once in a while. And it is kind of a specialized map. Oh, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. Really cool design, too. I wonder what they pan out. Okay, they are going to attack the Diva. That would have been my first instinct, is to go right for the Diva. I think Central will probably stay on the Hazard. That's just a guess, though. I don't think of Central. I mean, do I remember Central playing much Winston? I don't think of Central's playing. Actually, may have. Trying to think back to like, Mythical Minions days. Oh, I didn't catch which side Dreamlight was starting on. I know it's a diva ban. Oh, I'm just gonna assume it stayed like it is until we hear otherwise. Let's look at some stats there for map 2. So after map 1 looks so dominant there for Dreamlight. You know, I mean, significantly fewer deaths. You know, a lot more even on Suravasa. A lot more even on Suravasa. So UG keeping pace with Central a little bit more on that one. Not, it's still, I mean, Central Light still leading in damage. Or upon, Central upon. I know, I'm sure I've always mispronounced that, I'm sorry. Oh, we are getting Dreamlight on the right-hand side, actually. So we did get that swap. That's right. Okay. And it was a Kiriko ban here from Eryon. Go and get this side swap for you before I forget. Do that before we get in game this time. But we got all our players in. Time to get into map 3. We're all knotted up here in this series. Pata time. Another Spanish player in Master? That's awesome. Good set ambush play there from Eryon. Trying to hit the teleport. Dreamlight fortunate to get everybody through that in one piece. We are getting Brigana comps with Winstons from both sides. No changes in DPS lines. Logron pushing the cart as far as they can get it. Shuichi kind of saw a little bit of the Dreamlight ranks kind of stretching thin. Put some pressure there on the back line. Just force the back up for a moment. But Pomatimo continues to push cart. You do have Barry Allen's going to start cart push. But real fight here for this high control. Central Apan eating several darts there from Insuki Dub. Does have to back away. Has to respect just that sheer burst damage coming out from the Freya. The pick on the D. Cruz. We got that. Oh, Insuki and Gorellis got that. Nanaboost. Ooh, chasing Gorellis down. Gorellis 98 towards their own. Insuki never responds with an ultimate. Try to peel further support. Central will not make it out alive. We had Barry Allen winning out a Tracer duel. I assume down low all that was happening as well, so. What a cast Anomaly versus Vision tomorrow? I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. Oh, on the Primal, just as the take aim bolt would have exploded. Yeah, D. Cruz is not going to get out of there. Oh, slept off the high ground. No one's streaming that 3-0. I mean, I've had Vision on a lot. Like, I mean, we waited to get him on. Oh, that is a bunched up group of Dreamlight players. Barry Allen's eyes just lit up so big when they saw that. I don't think we've had a death yet. No, we have not. Eryon have not had a death yet. Big Zaddy Alba taking it all? I mean, seriously. Bit of a jockeying for position for a high ground. Central does end up kind of winning the lead frog. Oh, that's the nano boost. Nade in. Give me the right pop. Give me the right pop. Bolo shot from Etsuki Dub. Central's going to dive forward. Primal Rage popped. Trying to quarter up the Ana finds Gralis, but not before the nano boost does go onto Shuigi. So it's a PO for the rest of this Primal Rage. And he's kind of bouncing for trying to not let Eryon out of server room. They force Eryon to move up to the high ground with the 3 players that remained after finding the first picks on the map here for Dreamlight. But defense has returned. We're going to get a full fight here. Barry Allen's able to stick Central on the objective. Oh, but Pumatimo responds in kind. Finishes off Suigi with that splash damage hitting the Winston. And it took them nearly 4 minutes to find their first pick here on Watchpoint Gibraltar, but Dreamlight will push this all the way in and at least put a point on the board and go into the shuttle bay. Honestly, I think both times we've had Vision on stream, it's been 1. We may have seen Alba a little bit in the first match. No, I know Alba didn't play in the second match that we had him on stream. Oh my goodness. Talk about just salivating and seeing everybody bunched up. Oh, Shuigi. Oh, that's just a Winston's dream. Oh, you lie in bed just, sipping peanut butter out of a jar. Just dreaming of situations like that. Scotland forever. Hey, my heritage is Scottish. I mean, granted, that's from, I think, a couple 100 years ago, but still. Like, that's where my last name comes from and all that. AKA surname. Oh, what a whip shot. Oh, good job. Shuichi's able to at least keep on high ground. Hey, Purple Tomex does not benefit at all from the rally. Here comes Vey in with one of their own. Little tiny Overwatch here in the Mega Room. One more run FD. Even getting the Mega is not enough to keep them alive. Oh, that's a good pulse bomb. Makes it through the shield of Vey. That was a scrappy final fight in a tiny little room. You emerge with a couple of Eryon players left. You do have Pomatimo and Central Apan threatening this point. I think it's Opon. Opon. Huge bolo shot. Nails Rod FD. But D-Cruz on this Cassidy. Quite the threat. So much damage. Both primals are now in play. Shuigi bails on trying to hit the Cassidy. Then goes back for more. Decided, wait a minute. We got to get the Cass out of here if we're going to win this. Almost gives up control of the point while trying to duel D-Cruz. Meanwhile, Pomatimo and Central Upon have been able to clear off this objective. 2 points on the board. It takes them till overtime both times. Or it feels like I spend the entirety of the actual clock time just trying to get through the door, both points A and B. And then once that yellow bar is going, then they actually start moving. Huge stick. Oh, that might just do it. Yeah, what a shot from Itsuki Dome! Finds the pixel of D Cruz just as they pass behind that crate. Wicked good shot. Carefully, if you're Winston, I don't mean as a human being. I mean as a Winston being. Okay, it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but just roll with me, all right? Just roll with me. Nanabu's thrown on Shuichi. Actually, I'm throwing on Imsuki. Here to try to prevent this cap. Primal Rage in play, but it's a 2v5 as we hit overtime once more. It's Pomatino and Central still left on this objective, and they've each found a pick, but they will not have the sustain despite the great effort. This one will not get pushed across the line. What was that, Athena? Initiating pause? Is that what you said? That's what I heard. All right, successful teleport. Gets Gralis across the way. And a good day to open up a little bit of space, but we still see, well, I mean, D Cruz who's stuck with his Cassidy. And an interesting skin at that. I don't know that I've ever seen this skin. Is Cassidy wearing sunglasses? Oh, Pomatimo just assassinates Shuichi down low. So back to the drawing board here for Eryon. Now I was thinking that the Freya versus the Cassidy could be just a whoa. little server problem there for a moment. You can see why we got to pause. Anyway, as I was saying, I was thinking that the cast into this Freya could be a massive mismatch, right? But, you know, if Pomatimo is going to keep the pressure on Imsuki Dub, like we saw in that previous engagement, it'll be less of an issue. Ooh, those two take aims landing. Hoping somebody to peek around that next corner, so Yuji's coming in to compress the vice. And Dreamlight have to give up the high ground. Okay. Nano up top. Dreamlight trying to engage first. Yuji does get it in response, but having to play with Alve in the back line. Down a player, Imsuki tries to even up, can't hit it. I went to the wrong POV because I'm big dumb. So Eryon just going to wait it out here after the nanos fade. Oh, but they lose Barry Allen. They lose their point pressure down low. So while they're waiting on Vay to get back into this fight, now they're back down to 4 players once again. Body block will get thwarted by the Primal Rage. Random screenshot to lock in. Oh, Primal right by the edge. Dick Cruz is in trouble. They know it. Just trying to pull Shuichi as far away from the rest of the team as possible. Oh, that was a... Pomatimo lands another beautiful stick. Dashes all the way across the sky to drop a present in the lap of Gralis. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. And just as Eryon are starting to kind of find their feet underneath them, now they've got to just sit and wait on the high ground once again. And Msuki Dub has gone to match the Cassidy. And try to help protect from these dives of Central A-Pad. So that's a big dub in the pocket of Dreamlight as they force Samsuki off of that Freya. I mean, just truly nasty on the Freya. We saw the impact Samsuki Dub had on map 2 and their map victory there to tie up the series. Now, choosing to go off of that powerful hero, a powerful, very comfortable hero. Hey, well, you know, you can see why. Not just helps with the Winston, but, you know, could help against Pomatimo, who's been giving him a lot of problems. The Vay rally resulted in a pickup on the Central A-Pad, and this is looking like another one on to Rada FD. That's going to be a 3-piece for Vay in that fight. Similar story we saw on the other side, though. It took the entirety of the time bank to get this card around the final corner. D-Cruz will force cast anytime they can, and I respect it. You know what? Not only force the cash, you force the match. Now you've landed the pulse bomb. And so you can double the Deadeye from the top. That's a nanoed Barry Allen down low, by the way. Good fight for Barry Allen. Dreamlight does get that pulse bomb out of the way before moving into point B. It's not the world's best camera, is it? Nice combo there from Timo and Central to find Msuki right out of the gate. Now we're headed back up to the high ground. Shuichi would love control of this. Growl's throwing in a little bit of protection. We'll at least get the recall out, but here comes the entire army trying to hunt him down. Vay doing the brig thing. Shield up. Get down, Miss President. And Suki has gone back over to this Freya, by the way. We're looking at 3 ultimates online for this defense. Not to mention one of which being that Primal Rage. But hey, you know, trade on to D Cruz will at least take the Deadeye out of the fight. Great nade! And Graala sealed the fate of Rod FD. And might have just delivered the point here for Eryon. Gralis is down. Ooh, this is a 3v2. Eryon no, it's a 2v2. And Eryon have to back out. Ooh, try to draw Anubis in. They do! They get Pomatimo! Now we're gonna have a nano boost engage going up to the high ground. One of the few times Gralos has been ahead of that, has been ahead of Tomix in that regard. Nano onto Shuichi. Oh, but nice play in the corner. How did your Ana end up there? 30 seconds to go. What's up, Cass? I appreciate you being here. Hunt down the back line while the rest of Eryon try to push forward. That bubble's not going to protect everybody. So Yiji's going to pop the Primal Rage. Both Winston's looking very angry on this point. Almost to C9. Central's able to jump up and find Yiji, though. The rally in from Vay. They have no tank to work with. Oh, and a mere 2.5 meters seems so close, yet so far. Barry Allen's able to pick up 1. D-Cruz out of this fight. Rally in play here from Dreamlight. Tomix is able to pick up a kill through that, but Growlers trades. Barry Allen falls, and that is that. Dreamlight hold the line to take the 2-1 lead in the series.
Play of the game.
A very defensive heavy Watchpoint Gibraltar. Not a single point was put on the board during Watchpoint Gibraltar during actual time. It was all done in OT. Every single point from both teams was put on the board in overtime throughout that map. That was such a defensive heavy map. Yeah, Pomatimo looking disgusting there in map 3. Who am I kidding? Always looking good. Timo always looks good. Who am I kidding? Runasapi pick here from Eryon. It's going to be a Lucio ban. Eryon starting off on the attack here. I'm going to get that all plugged in for you. Take a look at some stats there from map 3. 34-5. 34-5 there on the Winston. But, I mean, Central coming back in a big way. You know, when we looked at it in the midway break, after Eryon's defense, Shinichi only had 2 deaths. You know, was definitely outplaying, not definitely outplaying, but had the leading stats there in the Winston matchup. Only 3 deaths on the defense, to be fair, but we definitely Central kind of catch up in that regard. Had a much better attack as far as their stats are concerned. 15 deaths for D-Cruz. That's a lot of deaths. I mean, to be fair, 12 for Msuki Dub. But 15 deaths, that's a lot of deaths. It's a bloody map. That was a bloody map. All right, we're getting loaded in. Let's get ready for map 4. Oh, what perfect timing on the music. Yeah, I mean, that was just the song naturally ending. Yante Pulse by PT. That should just be a hashtag. That should just be a hashtag.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Okay, this is real. We do get the Barry Allen Torb. I think must have been anticipating the hazard. I think that was played as an anti-hazard. Although we have the Lucio banned out, you don't often see hazard play with anything but Lucio Curie. So that ban, I mean, should have dissuaded him from that. Hey, maybe it wasn't for a hazard. Maybe it's just a sustain. You know, but you can't underestimate having the only DPS player to have armor. You know, particularly when Timo has been as nasty as they have been throughout this series. Particularly, I mean, Watchpoint Gibraltar kind of being the culmination of that. So, I mean, truly might have just been an anti-Timo. I mean, we get the Tracer ban. Dreamlight banned out their Tracer. Anyway, it's enough theorizing on the Torbjorn. It is a bat break back line here as we've kind of gone full ground and pound with in lieu of that Lucio ban. Neither team opting for the Juno. So this is gonna be very positioning oriented. Not a whole lot of speed from either side. Oh, that's an enormous bullet shot. Yeah, that rally's not gonna cut it. Oh, D Cruz just decimated Eryon with that ultimate. And there you go. That was the positioning that I'm talking about. When you don't have speed, you end up have to be more methodical. Eryon finds themselves caught out a vulnerable position. Oh, Chaku, thank you so much. Oh, big hearts. Chaku, thank you. That's a really kind thing to say. Thank you. And you got it. I owe you a dad joke. I'm gonna wait till after the map. Or yeah, I'll wait till after the map. But I do owe you a dad joke. Thomas will catch Amster, get with the Ant Matrix. Barry Allen's gone off the Torb, swapped over to a Venture. Rod FD's rally fading. Oh, Shuji gets the punch in just before Central Apan showed up to kind of try to protect. So Eryon protects a 10-meter lead on the back of that fight win. Oh, and Msuki Dop shows up. Early pick. Looking to surround. He said Vey and Msuki to push it in through jump pad. Barry Allen now trying to pursue. Dreamlight successfully disengages to regroup. They gotta be quick though. Checkpoint now extremely close here for Eryon. Central Apan is able to push through. I think I heard Barry Allen trying to move in on the flank of the store, but is actually just going to loop back in, rejoin the fight here right in the middle. Everybody playing on coastal side. Poma team does a good job of stealing away the Mega. Make sure those two supports can't fight it. Ends up getting both of them with that blade. Yoo-hoo-hoo! And a swift little pick there. Oh. Poma Timo. Whew. Some power, Timo. That Eryon come to my list of shit comes to play with list. That's pretty funny. I'll give you credit. Momentum picking up first blood. It's going to dash it behind the Ant Matrix. Landed a triple volley right to the dome of Gralis. But I had to respect the damage coming in from Insuki Dom. Vey's not going to pop the rally, but Gralis is already down. Moves in and gets destroyed. Sandwiched between an Orisa and a Brig Shield. Never a pleasant place to be. We're still getting investments here. Barely Allen. Oh my goodness. That was 5 ults invested from Eryon. They threw everything at that fight in the damn kitchen sink. And it all felt a little haphazard. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but it felt like outside of the Ant Matrix felt, inspired, thought out. The rest of it felt a little haphazard. And now Eryon have put themselves in a very, very bad spot. No ultimates. Checkpoint picked up. Usually Runasapi doesn't start until the final 3 minutes, but when you put yourself in that kind of economic deficit, we have seen Barry Allen swap to the Genji immediately following that fight. Gets off the Venture. Gralis comes with the kill on a Rada FD, so a much needed advantage here for Eryon early in this fight. Gralis was flailing, trying to heal Msuki. So Eryon, Avoid disaster on 1 foot, and then Barry Allen dies early trying to build up extra ult charge. Pomatimo, 50% ahead in this blade. It was a late swap for Barry Allen. That's not a 1-to-1. Oh, we're watching the wrong POV! D Cruz finds Suyeji as Pomatimo was making their way into the backline. The rest of Eryon ranks just backpedaling away. All S key. Hey, still gotta respect the Msuki dub accuracy though. You get jab spin out of Central. Ooh, little duel up top with D Crows. Gets one. Suyeji wins the Doritos for the final blow, but that was really all Msuki dub. We're gonna get the Pomatino blade in the back though. Vay's already cut too. God, Pomatino's blades are nasty clean. To be fair, PT really is. I'll tell you, you're not wrong. I'm telling you from the future, you're not wrong. Now, I will say, Eryon have been able to kind of get themselves back in the economy a little bit. Let's keep an eye on Msuki Dub. If anybody's going to pull Eryon out of this hole, it's going to be Msuki Dub. Give me the blade, rally, throw it in first, as a matter of fact. Central tried to fool somebody, hide behind the side, and hoping they could catch somebody in the back, but Eryon were wise to their ways. Good deflect from that take aim. Eryon buy themselves a little breathing room and an opportunity for a couple more fights. Backs were absolutely up against it just moments ago. Let's check in on this rally for Rod FD. That's what I wanted. Terra Surge also layered in. Oh. Annihilation is up, as well as an Amplification Matrix. Eryon are down in this fight. Ooh, a couple good shots laid on D Cruz. Wouldn't have taken much more for the finish, but they're able to fall and get some packs there. Rod FD keeping them alive through it. Tomix has swapped to a Juno. Talked about not having a Juno, and we have seen the speed here, and immediately it's paying dividends. Okay, so Ichi goes over to the Orisa. We go, Msuki. Finding the old PT right out of the gate. I think PT stands for primary threat. Msuki, bola shot versus the Tom X orbital ray. Give me Growlithe and Msuki pushing it down low. An aggressive and high-risk move to take this duel. Boom! But D-Cruz is the one who lands the ultimate. Central's able to get a kill up front. D-Cruz finds the second DPS in this fight. Barry Allen will not get the blade in. D-Cruz seals the fate of Eryon in this one. And they take the series 3-1. GG's? GG's? Some stats from map 4. Quite one-sided. Quite one-sided. Pomatimo tied with Central for lead in elims. God, God, only 200 damage, 240, 236 if we're being exact, separating Central from Shuiji. So, I mean, despite there are metrics that are extremely close, but I mean, you know, D Cruz with 3k more damage over him, Suki Dub has nearly double the elims, and then you know, I mean, PT. I think Pomatimo would be my player of the match here. Just with, I mean, so many clutch moves with such an X factor. You know, when every time Eryon seemed to be getting something going, or Eryon seemed like they could be in a position, or any of those, you know, katana edge fights, you know, a knife edge fight, it was always, or it felt like Pomatimo was often the difference maker. I don't want to use absolutes like always, but it felt like Pomatimo was very often the difference maker in a lot of those fights. I mean, had an insane series. So I think I'd give Pomatimo player of the match here today. Again, I have a hard time doing that in Overwatch. I think Overwatch is such a team game. You know, Pomatimo doesn't pop off if Central isn't doing so outstanding. You know, no good tank exists without having great supports to back them up. And of course, D Cruz was putting in a lot of hurt time and time again. I mean, so it's like, you know, you can kind of make an argument for everybody. But Pomatimo felt like a real standout today.